Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to MTG Live. This is your boy Q. I got my boy Hendrix with me. Good morning to you. What's going on, bro? You doing all right?
Yeah, man, I'm surviving. That's about it, man. Hey, but sometimes, you gotta crawl a little bit here and there. It is what it is.
Man, who you telling? This week been one of these crazy weeks because not only was it a busy week, but the temperature changed, like drastically changed, and like my body is just like trying to adjust. Usually we are pretty adjusted, but my body having a hard time adjusting to this
Now
weather
you
change.
you 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 think your body is having a hard time. Imagine how mine is doing.
Man, I can only imagine. Good morning, Mo Swag. How you doing?
Good morning. How's everyone doing?
Oh my God, we're doing great and excellent, fabulous, wonderful. Mo. Okay,
Yes.
so Mo is actually 3 minutes late today.
Yes.
Mo, you did that. Good job, Mo.
And I have the proper lighting,
Yeah.
unlike
Yeah,
like,
y'all both can be seen. I'm the one kind of like darkish a little bit. You know,
And
who
then she
cares?
walk out.
Hmm?
You know what? Mo is 3 minutes late, but her hair is done. Go
thank
ahead,
you,
Mo.
Reggie.
Mo looks
Actually,
good. You going
actually,
to church Sunday morning?
yeah, it's really, really curly. So I just closed the door and the door just opened up again. So we're going to try this one more time.
Wow. Okay, y'all. So now that I know that everybody's doing okay, how y'all doing out there? We hope everybody's doing good. Real quick before we get started with today's show, please keep us in mind, and we want to remind you for your viewer and listener discretion is advised. This conversation are our opinions and for your entertainment only. Please be at least 18 years or older to watch this show, listen to this show, and participate in any conversations. Again, 21 is preferred age that we have you listen, but you know how that is. Just be old enough now. Just be grown and be old enough to have grown folks conversation. Show lined up, of course, it's gonna be the first and third Tuesday. Super is real with myself. Happy Hour with Hendrix is on Wednesday. That's this young man right there. She don't have no show. On Thursdays, first and third is MTG After Dark, and then of course on Saturday mornings you'll see us, and that's how it's gonna go every week until we change it again whenever my mind decides to change. Go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube, all that shit, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. Make sure you go to anchorafm.com, listen to us on Spotify, Amazon, all that good stuff. We're out there. Just go ahead and do it. We appreciate it for real.
Just
Like
make sure you look for the logo. Uh-oh.
look for the logo.
You gotta
Look for
find
the
the logo.
logo.
Yeah, that logo, and you'll find us, and you'll be good.
And if this is your first time watching us, no, Hendrix is not a blind man.
No, I'm not a blind man. I am struggling with the weather change stuff going on. I'm stressed. My body don't want to act right. I actually have a migraine this morning, so
Yes.
I'm I've been MIA, so I'm trying to make an appearance.
See, just want to let you know.
Yeah, absolutely, everybody. He does have eyes that you can actually look into. Right now, the migraine just ain't not gonna let it
They
happen.
red as hell, but they there.
It kind of look like you've been, smoking all night long. Is that what that is?
No,
Um,
Reggie is
Nah.
a nice guy. He's not going to do that.
Okay.
um,
Oh, he's not like me. Is that what you're trying to
No, he's not lowbrow like you. That's
say?
fine.
No, you just call me lowbrow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's awful.
it's not awful.
That is awful.
I didn't call you gutter. I just said lowbrow.
Lowbrow means low budget. You right above gutter, Mo.
Oh, see, didn't call you gadget. Didn't call you gutter.
yeah, you could just do
Budget.
like I do and call him a slut puppy.
Oh my. Oh my.
Mo is nice.
Yeah, I couldn't say that.
What you got?
So let me tell you about Reggie. Reggie is such a great man. He's a graduate of Texas A&M University College Station, and He graduated with a chemical engineering degree, of course, and that's after being a high school superstar football and athlete, a real student athlete. And so he's going to write a dynamic letter of recommendation for one of my kids. I
I
just had to
need.
give you a shout out.
I just need his information, and I got you.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? When I called you, he was like, and left a message. He's like, "You know somebody?" I said, "Oh yeah, baby, I know somebody."
Actually, you know what? Give me his information because Big Kick It is happening next weekend,
Hmm.
and that'll be the perfect networking time. I can plug his name with a couple people, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. You should. He started with his essay, right? And I said,
Mm,
"Oh, this is a great essay, but it's trash." I said, "Baby, you got to tell who you are. You got to tell that you one of four, single mother,
yeah.
um,
Mm.
bassoon player or something, some kind of player in a band, 4 years."
Mm,
That's what you say, Mo. You teach them, and not only
Hey,
that, you give them just one good story, just one good one that's gonna show all your needs. And I think that you said it just best. Tell them that that your mom's a single mom out there, and it's for y'all out
yeah,
here,
four.
and she is. All of us might be close in age, and my mom is doing the best that she can to send us to the best institutions possible available in our area. You go there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm
Reggie, they had me in tears because one girl said, "Well, I didn't think about going to college until you made me." Well, I didn't make her. Yeah, okay, I made her, Reggie. But I said, "You know what? I didn't think that." She said, "I didn't think there was an option to go to college." And I said, "I didn't, growing up, I didn't think there was an option not to go to college."
mm, yeah.
Hmm.
I will say this, Mo, and you remind me of one of those teachers that really cared because I struggled in English and history.
Hmm.
My English teacher in high school made me write my college essay 23 times.
Hmm.
23 times.
Because the first 22 were trash. Hmm.
Well, no, she took the fact that I was a huge Jordan fanatic and
Okay.
she said, "Do you think Jordan just does it once in practice?"
Oh, that's
Mm.
that's right. That's
You remember that short lady, Q? I can't recall her name. She was short, dark skinned English teacher that was up there. She used to be in everybody shit,
Oh my
but she
goodness,
smoked
what was her
weed too.
name? Yeah.
She smoked weed. She used to buy weed from the kids.
you
I'm
know,
trying to remember what her name was, man. I know you're
But
talking
Reggie,
about.
Reggie,
you know what I'm talking about though, right, Q?
Hmm. Hmm.
Reggie, you had her up here, and then you just brought her down there. We
Well,
don't about
she
buying weed from the kids. That's just not done.
but one of the things was I will give her this. She was flawed, but she showed the duality of life
Hmm.
where you can achieve great things and you still have your vices, but
Hmm.
you can't let your vices control. So I will say that about her. But and then it was the guy that had a nervous breakdown, the white guy. I can't remember his name either, but we had mad at him. But that was their fault. They put all the football players and the cheerleaders in one class.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was their fault. They scheduled that wrong. You can't put all the football players. It was football players, basketball players, and cheerleaders in
No,
one English class.
no, you can't do that.
Why did you do that?
And was it
Why?
eighth period or seventh period?
Uh, it was um, it was fourth period because we had block scheduling. So
So
it was
that was right before. Was that right
like
before or right after lunch?
now it was the end of the day because we only
Oh,
had
good.
four classes a day.
That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They put the rambunctious one at the end of the day. That's why I asked you if it was eighth period. Yep.
Hmm.
Mm,
Wow.
mm, mm, mm,
Well,
But
y'all
thank you,
listen.
Reggie. That's all I meant to say. That. Sorry, Q. I know you have a show. What were you gonna say?
No, you go ahead, Mo. That's absolutely good because I think that this is good information. Actually, what I want to do here very, very soon, I want us to, we're going to have an actual guest on our show coming up very soon. She's an actual recent graduate of Texas State University. When I have her come on and talk about the differences in her college experience versus ours. And I think that it's going to be really, really good, to have her come on and discuss some things like that, and kind of enlighten us on what's up out there, and what you need to do to get your hustle on. So I think it's going to be good, Mo. So yeah, I think that's great, and we all know education is very important. So do us a favor, do the best that you can while you can, learn as much as you can, and you're never too old. So just keep that in mind. So let's talk about it today, y'all. So real quick, I was trying to find I was trying to find that article while y'all were talking, and to me it's not popping up, and so I'm gonna have to see if I can send it to myself in a second. But let's do it like this. Since we was talking about, is this it? Yeah, this is it. Oh, I found it. Let's just go ahead and dig into it real quick. Let's talk about your girl. Since we're doing hot topics real quick, let's talk about your girl. Let me pull her up real quick. Did y'all hear that? I hope y'all didn't hear that. Did y'all hear that?
That you pass gas?
No, that's nasty, Mo.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what we were supposed to hear. What did we hear?
No,
That you belched?
I accidentally pressed the button. I thought that you were going to hear
No,
that.
I thought
Here
you
you go.
belched or passed gas or something. No, we didn't hear
Oh no, you gonna know if I'm a belch.
it.
You gonna know. Let's let's take a look at it. Mo, I know y'all heard about this. Let's talk about it. Nicki Minaj. Let's talk about Nicki Minaj. What happens is the young lady. There was a young lady that Nicki Minaj's husband um, sexually assaulted in 1994. She went public on the real. This is, of course, Nicki Minaj right here. You guys see her. This is her husband. I believe his name is, what's the man name? Kevin. Is that his name, Mo? Kevin?
I don't know. I don't know them people.
Okay. Well, his name, I believe, is Kevin. I can't really, no, Kenneth Petty. That's this young man right here, Kenneth Petty, or whatever. What's going on is that, of course, Jennifer Hough. She's an attempted rape victim of Nicki Minaj's husband back in 1994, Reggie. Now, check this out. What's been going on is that this young lady, Miss Jennifer, has recently filed a lawsuit against Nicki Minaj and her husband because they have been allegedly harassing her to pay her off to keep from to make her drop the charges against this young man or whatever the case it is. So he will not have to register as a sex offender in the state of California. Now, of course, this has been over 20 years, but of course, a part of his sentence is he is supposed to register for whatever state that he's in. He must register as a sex offender. That is a part of this. And so Nicki Minaj and a few of her goons allegedly attempted to make her or to pay her off to drop the charges so he could be a good father to their child that they got or whatever the case it is. And so, of course, Nicki Minaj, of course, allegedly by this young lady. Go to TMZ.com. This is where we got the story. They do have the text messages and things of that nature in there. But what happens is Nicki has approached this young lady personally. And so, again, he was convicted in 1995. And then again, of course, he was charged with not registering in California and recently took a plea deal. And so this is Nicki Minaj and this is her husband. This is the man or whatever. Please take a look at it. And it's also on YouTube, everybody, if you want to hear more about her story. So Nicki Minaj, she's been in the public eye a little bit lately. We know that Nicki Minaj is publicly speaking out against the vaccination, publicly speaking out against the president, and now Nicki Minaj and her husband, that when he was 16 years old, uh, forced himself on a young lady. She marries this man, and now she's trying to keep this woman quiet. What y'all think about that?
Can I say this? It's evident, it's very evident that he has some bad decision making skills. So why is anybody listening to her? You don't know science. You're an artist. And I'm not saying you can't switch out of your lane, but if you're gonna change up, at least have some intelligent conversation or be willing to listen to people. Now you made the choice to marry a sex offender. And I know that there are different varying degrees of this and all that, and that's fine. However, when you married that man and decided to lay down with him to make that baby, there were some things that came along with it. And if you're not willing to accept that, then who in the hell really cares about what you're going through? Because you making it rough on yourself and you're an influencer. And this is the thing that people need to understand about your situation. You influence millions of people and you're doing it with stupidity. You should really be ashamed of yourself. You really should.
I get it. I definitely get it, man. And Mo, you know, you're a woman, Mo. The young lady Jennifer said that when Nikki came to her, Mo, she said she told her woman to woman, listen, this ain't what you want. I'm coming to you as a victim of his. This ain't what you want. She said, I felt sorry for her and I don't even know her. She said, I ain't never met this woman in my life. They also put out that this woman and her ex husband had a relationship. She said, I didn't even know that man. She said, I knew him from around the neighborhood, but we never talked on the phone. We never dated. We never did anything like that. He just forced himself on. But
That's
she
a
wants
sad.
to keep this. She wants to keep the woman quiet. It's a very sad thing.
Well, I don't see without knowing all of the because you said she was 16 and it happened how many years ago?
It happened in 1994, and while she ran to the school, according to her story on YouTube, y'all, and again, it's at TMZ.com. According to her story, um, she didn't run home because she was on her way to school. She ran to the school, and the principal and the constituents of the school called the police. So this is before even her parents got a hold of it. Her parents were called up to the school, but
You
she
know,
ran to the school.
sexual assault in any form, if it's by a stranger, a relative, date rape, it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And it's so sad when we have to relive and revisit that. And that's what so many people, women and men who are raped and molested, have to do each day. So, what we have to do is really, really understand that, and it goes back to relationships. And you're saying this Nicki Minaj, and we have to ask, why did she decide to marry a rapist? Which I'm not saying people can't change, but like Reggie said, poor decision making skills. And when you have children with rapists or people who have been convicted of rape, there's certain places they can't go, particularly if they have to register as a sex offender. He can't drop her off at school. He can't go to any amusement park. I mean, the child in amusement parks, So I think a lot has to be taken in consideration. But you know what it is? It's sad for all involved. And the one that suffered the most is the one who was assaulted, and the blowback is going to be on the child.
You know,
It's
and
just
Mo,
sad.
let me tell you, you know, this was something that was created by her fandemonium. Her fans, when she married him, you already know if you blow up like that, the girl got what 131 million followers. You know, if you are the type of person that you know that you're gonna blow up, Mo, if tomorrow, Mo, we find you on ABC News in the morning with Mo, we see you, everybody gonna dig into Rod's business because he's attached to you. And that's what happened. And they pulled this stuff up and then the authorities got a hold of it. And
Mhm.
so, you know, it's sad, like you said, for all people involved, Mo. But let me tell you what, when I was watching her interview, that woman, they scared the hell out of that woman.
Mm.
Fans and stuff coming after her, being harassed, being bullied. You know, Nicki Minaj putting stuff up. They got the pictures. They got the screenshots to show where this girl came. You know, at this woman.
Mm.
Like, hey, look, you know, drop the charges. They said one time they dropped 20 grand in her lap. 20 grand just to shut up. That
Did she
ain't no
take?
money.
Did she take it?
No,
Oh,
no,
it
no. She's suing for millions now.
it was cash.
20 grand cash.
Mm.
She's
So,
suing for millions now. Ain't gonna
oh,
get it.
well, why she? Wait, whoa,
See, she didn't file the lawsuit until after the third harassment attempt. See, when
whoa, whoa. So she didn't sue after he had been convicted of the rape.
no, he went to jail. He went to
No,
jail.
She sued after he got married to Nicki Minaj.
no. After they
No,
harassed her, Mo.
after they harassed her the third time because they dug up his personal information, and when authorities got a hold of it, they tried to silence her. No, sue their ass.
So she's suing them because
I,
of their harassment, not for the rape.
Right.
I mean, the rape, is bad enough, Mo. I don't think, and she's clearly not over it. But that's emotional abuse. You can't
Okay.
be walking around here telling people, hey, um, shut up about what happened to you. How many
No,
how many times we do that in our black households?
no, I
Don't say
didn't.
nothing.
Yeah, I didn't know she was suing. I didn't know she was suing. I
Oh yeah,
thought she was just trying to get justice.
she found
Okay.
No,
well, she got
no.
justice. He did his time, and he has to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. That's justice enough. He
But
did
she's su-
time,
but she's
but she's
suing
because
She's
you come
suing for harassment,
for
Mo.
for
harassment.
harassment. Okay, gotcha.
Hmm.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, she's suing.
defamation of character, stuff like that. Harassment.
Yeah,
Okay.
Then
Okay.
because
she's
they
been
came at her out of nowhere.
out of
Like
nowhere.
she wasn't involved with them. She wasn't harassing them. She was living her own life. It's the fans of Nicki Minaj that brought all this up when Nicki Minaj got married, and then they started attacking the young lady. Then Nicki and them tried to, I'm sorry, allegedly tried to pay her off to keep quiet about it and not bring anything up. And she decided to sue after they had harassed her for the third time. Now somebody
Oh,
dropped 20 grand in your lap to tell you to be quiet and you trying to live your life and put that behind you and they bringing it up and that's the part of it. It wasn't necessarily Nicki Minaj,
it was the
but now she's got
fans.
involved because they trying
Okay.
to cover up the past.
It was the fans. Okay. You
Hmm.
you know what I think probably happened? Not prop. I think Nicki Minaj and them was trying to tell her, don't say nothing and it'll
Hmm.
squash itself.
Yeah,
Because she can't control her fans.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, and she just went about it the wrong way. She should have.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
Mo, I'm with you. She
yeah.
should. She should. She should have shut her damn mouth. Is what she should have did.
But
She should have left it alone.
she should have squashed the fans. She should have been like, fans, don't bother her.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's what she should have done. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you now.
So now they done let the cat out the bag, and now she gonna pay for it.
Yeah,
She gonna pay for it because that judge is gonna give her that money. Oh yeah. And then her lawyer don't look like he taking no BS. He ain't taking no shit.
that's because he's gonna get 47%
Shit.
of whatever she get.
Poker face the whole time. All
Not
right.
30, not 33%, but it's 47% now.
Hmm. Absolutely, Mo. All right. So another thing that I want to talk about, y'all, real quick. Let's switch subject just for a second. Now, y'all know, I social media
Different,
is
different.
is the biggest thing happening right now. Everybody's advertising on social media, videos, the show. We use social media a lot. And so, but y'all help me understand this. Now, I'm gonna play this video, and I finally got it to queue up. But I just want to know, when is it okay to let your child cuss like a damn sailor in public? Because really, if you think about it, we are in the comfort of our own domicile, but at the same time, we are public. People can see us, they can hear us, they comment or whatever. But I'm gonna show y'all this video, and Mo, I want you to tell me what you would do with your child. Now, Mo, I can only imagine what you would do.
But why would you? Okay, I haven't seen the video, but go ahead, because
I'm,
I'm gonna tell you why it's not a bad thing. Go ahead.
it's not a bad thing. Okay, Mo. All right then, Mo. Oh hell. All right, let me see y'all. Let me see how this gonna work. Here we go.
Technology is not his friend.
Hush, Mo. Let me see if we need to play. You don't want to play? Okay, well, I guess not. Okay, here it is.
Stupid ass. Down every day, Anthony. Every day. You can't shut the fuck up. No, bitch, every day you can't stop motherfucking driving fast. Motherfucking window.
One more
Stupid
time.
ass. Down every day, Anthony. Every day. You can't shut the fuck up. No, bitch, every day you can't stop motherfucking driving fast.
That was TikTok, right? I can't hear him, Reggie. Why can't I hear him?
All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
on
TikTok
TikTok.
though. That
That
was
was on
TikTok.
TikTok.
That
So,
that was probably done for views because he didn't even sound like a real kid. It sounded like the voice had been dubbed over or something. But did you hear what she said? I mean, you
I
can't get
heard him.
mad. You can't get mad at a kid for imitating or emulating the parents. That's what they do. That's what they know. Just like the ones who wear the starched jeans. What I want them to do is have books. You know, the little 9-year-old, 10-year-olds who got the starched jeans and the Jordans and all that. Ain't no books in the backpack though. Because they're emulating their parents, because that's what their parents think is important. Their parents think it's cute for the little girls to run around with leather outfits just like the mama so they can dress alike. Who the hell does that? People with no means and no measure. People who don't even think about the future. They're too worried about how their hair look and to get the edges down and buy edge control instead of trying to figure out put something inside the head. They're worried about what's on the outside of the head.
So Mo,
So
so you don't. So Mo, okay. So let me ask you this then. Okay, so I looked this up the other day, and the average social media influencer on TikTok, for 1 million views, your salary that they pay you could be anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000 a year. All right. So, which is honestly, if you think about it, it's really not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money, especially it'd be taxed differently. And so, if you think about stuff like that, Mo, I'm trying to figure out: is it cool to use your kids for your viewing pleasure? You know, don't get me wrong. I see funny stuff all the time, and I'm not that stringent when it comes to that. But I just don't look at those videos where these kids are like using heavy language. Now, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, and like I said, I'm not judging anybody, but I don't know. I just,
it's just
people.
you. It's
It's
just you.
maybe it's just me, but I
It's
can't.
just you. Kids
I don't
use
have
their
no kids cussing at me like
pe-
that. I'm
pe-
sorry.
people use their kids for child support. People use their kids
Yeah.
uh, to go out and on the corner make signs so they can get more money. People use their kids so men can molest them. People use I mean, that's what these girls and guys do out here who have no moral compass. And people use their kids people have kids and use their kids so that they can have somebody to love them. No other reason. Not to engage, not to empower, but so finally, I hear so many girls to say, now I got somebody who loves me. That's not why you have a child.
Wow.
So
That's
this
true, Mo.
using profanity, this is just, it's just what they hear, honey. It's just what they
I'm
hear. You got to go to the deeper meaning.
I'm gonna say this. Uh, I know growing up, I could cuss like a sailor and can still do it. But there's no way, even with my grown ass and all these gray hairs, I'm going to use profanity in front of my parents.
That's right.
It's not gonna happen because I'm gonna tell you right now, you gonna I don't know who posted that picture, but if y'all go look on our Instagram page, that Daffy Duck where his beak got slapped off, that'd be me. That would be me. That would be me. Like if if I spoke profanity in front of my parents, especially to that degree, no. And my parents understand that I have a temper, and I might spout off and use a profanity or two. if I'm very upset. And they'll let that go, especially when I'm not speaking directly to them. They'll let it go, but they're going to call me on it. However, if I were to use that type of language addressing my parents, y'all would be coming to my funeral very quickly.
See,
Very quickly.
y'all would have never known me because if I were that age cursing, I wouldn't have been here.
I know. That's
Hmm.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
That's
wouldn't have been.
exactly what I'm saying.
My brother did not smoke in front of my grandparents, and he was 30. He would go outside in the car and smoke real quick and then go back in the house.
Right.
And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
talking about weed. I'm talking about cigarettes.
Cigarettes. Hmm.
He never drank in front of my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's just respect, but it's also when you have your own self-worth and understanding.
Yeah.
Mo, someone asked me the other day about respect, Mo. We was talking about how a conversation about how I addressed that one of the reasons why people lose respect in their pastors and leaders is because they feel like if they see their pastor or their leader doing a certain thing, or if they hear that they're doing a certain thing, that they'll feel that there's an excuse. With some people, feel that it's an excuse and it bends their moral compass. And that's not the case for everybody. But Mo, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, cussing in school was one thing because but see, even in high school, when if we was gonna say a bad word for some of us, we weren't gonna say it in front of the teacher because we knew what was gonna happen. We was going to the office, they was gonna call mom and them, and mom was gonna say something to you. But the thing with this scenario is that it seems like we don't have any respect left. The younger that some of these parents are, it seems like the respect just goes out the window for a lot of them. They don't respect their bodies. They go outside looking any kind of way. They talk to elderly people any kind of way. I had told this little boy at the store the other day. He walking up, talking about, "Mama, fuck you, man. What you say?
Well,
Go
but
apologize to your mama, like right now.
no,
If I put
no,
my foot
see,
up your ass,
no. See, you can't do that. Would you like to
why
know
can't?
why?
Well, Mo, we
No,
got
no,
to
no,
do
no.
something, Mo.
Just because it's a biological person who gave birth does not mean it's a mama, and you don't know what kind of stuff has been done or said to that child. So
Oh, well, yeah, it's true.
all you can do is when that child, like in class the other day, I said, "Hey, I need you to blah blah," and this girl said, "What?" I said,
We didn't say what back to mama and them. That was a no-no.
"Well, she did. She no longer does it either."
Yeah, that was a no-no.
And
You do that. No, no.
But
she,
see that it's a slippery slope. See, you let kids get away with no, it's not saying yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and then they say what, and then they want to cuss. But see, if you nip that in the bud, if you nip that in the bud, and you head on, you say, "Excuse me, I don't say what to you. You don't say what to me." You see how that works? Or you say what to me, and guess what? You don't get what you need. See how that works?
Wow.
and, and
But you got to
Q,
show them. That's all. No,
and it's funny that you bring this up because even at the tailgate where we were at a couple years ago when we did the tailgate with the crew, like I know we invited quite a few people out, and one of the young ladies that I work with, she was there, and she asked me a question when we got back to work on Monday. She was like, "Do you realize that when your dad asked you to do something, you kept saying yes sir, no sir, yes sir, no sir?" She's like, "You damn near a foot taller than your dad."
but that's
But
your dad.
I know that's my dad. And it's out of habit. And I didn't even think about it. I didn't even realize I had done it. But for her, it was so abnormal that she wasn't used to it. But I don't even think you probably didn't even pay no attention to it because that's my dad, right?
But that's what you're
So
supposed.
I
Yeah,
it just
that's
mean,
what
kind
you
of,
do.
we all was saying yes, sir. I know I was.
that's what I'm
We
saying.
all was doing it, so it don't even feel
Yeah,
foreign.
it didn't even register because
Yeah.
I mean my and Q Ma, I don't think you've been around my dad, but Q, you have. You've been around my popsicle, and he's a cool dude.
He is.
However, there's a certain level of respect that he demands because I know what he's done for me. And,
Hmm.
it's just one of those things where it's a two-way relationship. And while that child is a product of that relationship, you also have to put some of the responsibility. Actually, a lot of the responsibility goes to that parent by not having a proper child-parent relationship. Stop trying to be the kid's friend. You're not their friend. You are their
Hmm.
parents first and foremost. And once they get older, then you can develop a friendship, but there's a certain level of respect that has to remain. Because I can go kick it with my pops all day long, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a certain level of respect that will always be there. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you now, one thing, and I'm gonna be done. His biggest issue is not disrespecting your. Do not disrespect your mother, because if you
Right.
Hmm.
disrespect your mother, you dealing with me. Period.
Y'all, real quick, we got a text message. This question is from Mo. It says, "Hello, crew. Thank you so much. I'm texting y'all from Detroit. What's up, Detroit? How y'all doing? Um, okay, whatever. I have a coworker that I'm working with, and I am older than my boss. She tends to talk to me any kind of way. How do I get my boss to respect me?" She said, "Mo, I can't understand what we should do in this situation. If we should just let it go."
Well, it's how you respond. See, so let's say you said something crazy to me, and she's older than her boss, right?
Hmm.
So
She's
the way
older than
she
her boss.
the way she responds, let's say you said something crazy like, "Hey, I need you to, hey, you, hey, or snap your fingers, and I'd be like, "Are you speaking to me? Because I thought you snapped your fingers."
Who snaps their fingers at people?
A
Who
lot
the
of a
fuck
lot
does that?
a lot of people do that, and so that's one. What you do is you ask them, are you doing that to me? I mean, because I think it was someone else, because that's not what we do in corporate America. You know,
Yeah.
you put it back on them and said, "Are you yelling at me?" Or did you know your volume had increased when you're speaking to me? You probably didn't know.
Yeah. Um.
You have to let them know what they're doing, because a lot of people have outside voices inside, and you have to understand a lot of people just don't know corporate culture, corporate etiquette.
Hmm.
A lot of people, like, I got 30 years ago, I got brought into the office because I didn't say good morning to my team when I came in. But it's not that I didn't say good morning to anybody. I used to say hey, and then just come on in and get at my desk and get it. But they're like, well, you have to say. So then I had to stop and say, good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? Yeah. So let me still get my work done. But a lot of people, it has to be learned. And if their person is younger, they just don't know. They just don't know. So then you have to ask them, I just want to know, did you yell at me? Did you use caps and exclamation point in that email? Because that was yelling. Did you just tell everyone that I was inadequate, or I missed? Did you not did you copy the manager? What did you do? I wasn't sure. But and then most importantly, all of these things that I've said do not need to be said verbally. They need to be placed in an email and said, I was just wondering, your volume was kind of loud at me. Did you mean to be that? Did I do something? And it needs to be an email. It needs to be BCC to HR, so they'll have so they'll have proof of it.
Absolutely.
That's my two
I,
cents.
I will say this: when it comes to dealing with superiors that are younger
Younger.
than you, you have to. This is where, if you're in a good corporate setting, you'll have something that is called a 360 review. I know my company didn't originally have it, and I would do it with my team only. And they were wondering, well, how is it that your team functions so well? It's because I give my team the opportunity to speak up. And if there's something that I'm doing that is not conducive to a great environment that's legitimate, then I need to be made aware of it because sometimes you will get in certain situations, you get into the, the grind of the day or the week or whatever, and you will lose some of that personal interaction. But if you have a 360 review where your team can feel like, hey, I can speak openly and freely and there's no repercussions, then, that's what needs to happen because I know my team, they are I'm not a I'm a little weird and that's okay. But my team has learned that my weird behaviors do not reflect the person I am because I have a good heart.
Mm-hmm.
So like in the morning, I will I will walk around and I will speak to everybody on my team. Like, hey, how you doing? How's it going? You good? You need anything? And one lady thought it was very, very strange. Like, you check on me every day. Are you trying to like are you got your eye on me? You trying to get rid of me? It's like, what are you talking about? Um, so I'd let her know, no, that's just my way of acknowledging you and letting you know that I'm here for you because reality and perception don't always interline. They don't always align. And so sometimes what one person may do can be perceived a completely different way. But if you never actually had a discussion, then it's going to create a problem.
Well, and then you have to understand too, Reggie, that you being in corporate America, being a person of color, you do things differently, but they're not necessarily out of the ordinary. You do what you
Right.
do because that's who you are. You're not weird. You're a little kooky, but you're not weird, so to speak. You do what you do because you understand synergy is most important to me. Productivity. Good productivity is a result of great synergy. But I want to, Denithia, you said a boss called you stupid.
Yeah,
They
that's
said,
right.
"Are you stupid?" I turned in my resignation the next week, and when her manager asked why I was leaving, I informed that I was not a slave nor a child. Well, yeah, when she said, "Are you stupid?" That's when that email would have gone to HR. I said, "Did you say, 'Are you stupid?' in front of 6 different people, and these are the names?" And see,
Hmm.
Danica, you missed an opportunity not really to inform, not really to uplift, but an opportunity to get paid. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Hostile work environment.
Hostile work environment. That's what it is. And and Reggie, I'm with both of y'all. But see, I think me because um, Mo always tell me stay out your feelings. Mo always tell me stay out my feelings. And so nowadays, after my second email, it's going to turn definitely into a person to person conversation, but it's going to be three of us. And and I believe in mediation. And yeah, something's going to have to happen, but people should always remember that respect is one of those things that's earned.
Hmm.
If respect is earned, it is not something that I should just give to you because you think I should respect you. No, you respect me, I respect you. And even when it's a situation where some of us in the Gen X, goes against somebody Mo's age, she is Moses' age, you know, you go up against somebody like that, and if your moral fiber is right, you'll be like, you know what, you know, uncle, my pop, whatever, we love you, but I'm gonna leave this conversation. I'm gonna exit this way because I don't want to say the wrong thing to you. I now I'm gonna be honest. I will check a bitch. I'll put their ass in their place real quick. And that's just what that is, Mo. I'm sorry. I don't allow people to allow them to put extra stuff on me. So I have to get it off, and I would rather get it off with that person versus potentially saying something wrong to somebody else for me. And I just like, no, you disrespectful and XYZ, and this is what we gonna leave.
Yeah,
What you got, Reggie? Y'all know I ain't rap tight. That's
I
just what
know.
that is.
I will say this. When somebody says something off to me, um, I will always ask them one simple question. Help me understand your thought process because I'm not following you right now.
But that's because you're analytical, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
I will ask that question. Help me understand your thought process because I'm not following you right now. And like if she said that, like Denethia said, later called her stupid. Help me understand your thought process because how is calling me stupid in a corporate setting conducive to our work environment?
Yeah.
Help me understand that. Help me understand your thought process right now because I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And it asks a question because how many times you can't get in trouble for asking a question and
Right.
you check them at the same time.
Right.
Help me understand your thought process because I didn't think that what you said to me was conducive to our work environment.
Right.
So help
Mm-hmm.
me understand what your thought process is because
Absolutely.
when you're in a corporate setting, especially, and I'm sorry, I'm a scientist. People that do not have a scientific background, do you know how many stupid questions I get asked on a regular basis? On
But
a
you know,
regular basis.
but see, I preface with, I know this is a stupid question.
And you know what, Mo? This is where leadership comes in because I will tell my team two things, especially when I walk into a new team. My team knows two things. Number one, the only stupid question that I consider a stupid question is the one you don't ask. And number two, if you don't understand what I'm doing, you don't understand, ask me 50 million questions. But at 50 million and one, I'm gonna have a problem. And it opens the door to where they feel relaxed, but then you put a spin on it so it makes them giggle at the same time. So if you ask somebody, they say, "Hey, you can ask me 50 million questions, and I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna go through it all. But at 50 million and one, we gonna have a problem." And they laugh because they think it's hilarious. Like, really, I done asked you 50 million problem questions, and you said 50 million and one. Like, you really gonna be tabulating. So,
You, I'm kind of the same way. And now, if it's a situation where, like, if we at work and I'm your immediate, whatever, then the thing that I like to do, because I'm a teacher, I like to teach, and so I will give you what you need to learn. Mo taught me that years ago. If whatever you want to know, you find the best parts of it and know it. That's what Mo said a long time ago. Now she might be right, she might be, but that was 50 years ago. So anyway, the thing is that if there's something like, for example, Reggie, if you say, well, Quincy, how's the weather outside? Well, Reggie, Google it. Why the hell are you asking me? People will not pick up their phones and look for anything. They will be like, now to me, that's stupid to me. Now asking me something about your job performance or asking me something about something that's important is really doesn't bother me. But if you ask me, something like, well, what was the score of the game yesterday? Hell, I don't know. Look it up. If you have, everyone walks around every day with a computer in your hand. Your cellular device is a computer. You can Google, you can Bing it, you can find anything that you want. You can, I mean, if we're looking up, your bank account information on your phone, you can look up, who slapped who last time, smash the topics on. We got a whole lot of stuff that we can look into, but people are lazy when it comes to their own research. That would bother me because if you are not in a place to learn what you need to know and ask the questions that you need to ask and don't be afraid to ask them, then to me, it's just like you don't give a shit. You don't give a care to me because the small things you should try to know, especially when it comes down to your money. When it comes down to your money, nothing else should matter. Get your things together for that. Maybe that's just me,
Baby,
Mo.
that 6-year-old knows when we at a register, we don't ask no questions. We focus on our money. We focus on our money because she was asking me a question. I said, wait, what do we do when we dealing with money? We focus on the money. Why the man behind me talk about, oh my God. I said, baby, we focuses on our money because we about our coins. And that's what people don't do. Like you said, they want to talk about who slapped who. They'll Google that. And I always tell my students, use Google for the good.
Yes.
Let's get some information. Let's get you some money for college because you're
Yes.
left-handed. Let's get you some money for college because you're the first person to ever go to school. Let's get you some money for college because you want to be in STEM. You, Reggie, I got somebody who's gonna major in agriculture forensics.
Oh wow.
I had to look that up because see, PV given 100% ride.
What?
100, well,
Wow.
because he's a minority. You know, my students.
Mm-hmm.
So I got him in there and 100% ride. But I said he wanted to do forensics, and they told me agriculture department said we got money, and they said agriculture forensics. I had to Google it. Reggie, I did not know that they were talking about the seeds that went from one farm to another, or the spray that went from one farm to another, and probably harmed it, and they got to figure out where it came from. I said, okay, if that's what you want to do, boo boo, then that's what you do.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
see, and this is where people need to understand that a tool like Google can be beneficial to help you get a broad overview. But if
Yes,
you're gonna actually dig into it, then you're gonna need more resource.
right,
However, if you just want a basic, quick understanding just to kind of get your mind going, okay, that's what you use. But when you really digging into something, you can't just use one source because this is
right.
where I tell people all the time. If you're writing a research paper, which a lot of people thinking they're scientific experts, you can't have one source.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
cannot
also,
have
Reggie,
one source.
you got to consider the source.
Exactly.
Consider the source.
Right.
Right.
And this is what I tell people that sit up here and try and argue with me about science. My source, number one, is my 22 years of experience. Number two, I have knowledge from doing. Just because you Google something, that your Google search does not outrank my degree and my experience. I'm sorry.
That's right.
You talking to
Ooh.
I don't consider myself an expert, but technically, I'm an expert at what I do. I have over 20 years of experience. I don't consider myself an expert because I also know that I have a lot more to learn. I
Mm,
don't know everything.
And
And
and and
anybody
you
that's going to be honest with you going to tell you, I don't know everything. But what I do know is this.
you know and
absolutely.
you know Reggie, you bring up a freaking great point because today I want to kind of dig into talking about home remedies versus your medication that you take. I wanted to dig into that so bad today, but we only got 6 minutes left. But Reggie, when you start thinking about um um like your degree and what you received your degree in, your accolades, the experience that you have, your long-standing relationships with people that you have in your professional life, when you start thinking about everything that you've done and all of the knowledge that you have and that you've worked with, and you get somebody to go and Google how to make garbage cans, and they go through a process of trying to learn how to make it, and then want to have so much knowledge and experience that now they can tell the engineer how to create what he's been doing for the longest, and that's what a lot of people are doing with their bodies, well, with their education. A lot of people they take the easy way out because they think that they don't have to still do the same thing, and it's just not true to me in my opinion, because I feel like it's okay to Google what does COVID stand for. It's okay to Google the ingredients of what's in the vaccinations. It's okay to Google what the hell how the hell they make flat screen TVs. But I don't care who you are. If you are not making the TV, if you are not in the lab making the vaccination or studying about the vaccination, studying about the meaning, people that it affects, the side effects, all this shit, then then why can't you just shut your damn mouth and let somebody who know what the hell they doing take care of you, give you the
Because
information?
this is the reason why, Q. Because the truth, the truth is not always pretty, and it doesn't make a great soundbite.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yeah.
See, you can make a great soundbite out of some stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get into the truth, the substance, and this is why I'm sorry, you will not find most scientists arguing with these people. I mean, just use the whole pandemic thing. You will not find most scientists arguing with people because the information clearly goes over your head. Now, as a scientist, pathogen mitigation has been 40 to 50% of my job for 20 plus years. Do I know exactly what happens to viruses? Not per se, but I have a broad knowledge base that helps me understand pathogen mitigation. Now, if you don't even know what pathogen mitigation is, I can't have a decent conversation with you.
Mm-mm.
And if
Mm-mm.
you don't understand the scientific process and understanding that if you cannot repeat your results, they're invalid. See, those two
Mm-hmm.
things right there will go over most people's heads, and I will end my conversation there. And this is where most scientists are like, look, you stupid and you want to believe stupid shit, go out and kill yourself. I don't give a shit because we don't have time or patience.
Listen, everybody, we got 2 minutes left. We thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Share this broadcast. Be able to go ahead and do that for us. We will appreciate you. The MTG Rewind is going to be today at 5 o'clock p.m. And catch us in the next few hours. Everything's going to be uploaded on our podcast channels. Go to anchorfm.com. We're on Spotify, Amazon, all that good stuff. Google Play, Apple Play, all that good stuff. So, Mo, since it's all three of us, and we got 1 minute left. Give us our excellent, encouraging words for myself and Reggie, and we're gonna be out. What you got?
Never give up. See, what happens is right before something, the breakthrough is going to come, is the darkest. It's the darkest, and it's your downfall, and you at the damnedest place in life. But what I got to encourage you to is never give up. Keep going on. When you don't want to keep going on, because I tell you, when it's the darkest, is right before the light comes up. And that shows you every day. It always darkens before the dawn. Before that light, before that sun comes over the horizon, it's always darkest. Keep pushing on God. I know what I'm talking about. It's not what I heard, it's what I know. When everything seems like it's against you and you can't get no, go one more step.
Well, we appreciate you, Mo. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see y'all in a little bit. Have a great Saturday. Peace.
Trust me, we got the power to change the